Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, one and all. It is we. I am Lee, and this is Dan.
Hello.
We have spent about fucking an hour and 10 minutes trying to get our computers to work,
There has
and
been some scrap code in the system, right?
yes, it has not gone well this morning. But
I,
we are
I
here.
blame I blame the newest member of the team. Me. Am I a curse? Who knows?
Oh yes.
Yes, the answer is yes.
Yeah, unfortunately, sometimes computers just do their own thing, don't they? But we are here. It is January, and we are doing the Heresy Hammer Community Show. For those of you that are new to the channel, we're going to go over some news. We're going to talk about some list submissions. I think there's a viewer question, and we're going to take a look at some models that have been painted by some awesome dudes and dudettes. There's quite a bit to talk about in terms of
Yeah. That's why
news,
we
isn't
that's why
there?
we put aside so much time for this, right?
Yeah, which we've just burnt halfway through. So first off, UK event calendar. This is how the events are looking at the minute for the first half of 2026. If you are a UK event organizer, then head over to heresyhammer.co.uk. There's a form that you can fill out and get your event put on our calendar on the website. Yeah, it's looking good,
It's a
isn't it? I'm
good time to be a heresy
sure.
player, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it'll probably get busier as well because this is when people tend to start planning for like the
Hmm.
summertime, isn't it? So you'll probably find like April, May, June starts getting busier and busier. But yeah, it's looking good. I mean, every month there's things happening across the UK. So go check it out. And if you are an event organizer, yeah, fill out a form. Get yourself on the event calendar. But straight into the news.
Hell yes.
Here it is. 351 days after being previewed, they've finally gone up for
Honestly, like I kind of wish they'd released it on Valentine's Day 2026 just so it could be a full year, just so it could be that whole perfect 365 days. Even if that wasn't a Saturday, just release it. Just release it on that day just for the memes.
I
Yeah,
mean, I'd like to say it's because we mentioned this in our end of year show at the
I
end of
think so, Lee. I think
2025,
so.
and then
Yeah,
Games
yeah.
Workshop were like, you know what, we should probably release those models. I reckon
Imagine they were
somewhere.
just like, well, wait a minute. You,
Oh
you mean they're
fuck,
not they're
we
not
did.
released? Did we not? Are they not available yet?
That's why sale has been so bad on those models. So yes, if you are a World Eaters player or you just like cool models, they are up for pre-order. I haven't looked at how much Angron costs. I'm guessing a couple of
It's
100 quid,
yeah,
250, something like
something like
that.
that. Yeah, it's quite a spicy price, I won't lie.
Yes, good
And
model.
it's really interesting actually. It's a really cool model. I think the criticism of the 40K one is perhaps a bit too cartoony. Um,
Right.
Whereas this one's a bit
Yeah.
more scaled like a human.
Yeah,
Um,
okay, I can see that. I don't mind the 40k
oh
plastic
no,
one.
I love it. I nearly ran it as a Cabanda.
I would happily use him either or, yeah. But I mean, this model is particularly spicy, and after nearly a year, it's finally available. So yeah,
Yeah.
let us know if you're rushing out to buy him.
What I will say though, as a newly minted excuse me, World Eaters player, there are two problems here. The first of which is much like the resin Forge World like 30K Fulgrim, this model looks like an absolute nightmare to transport.
Yeah, oh
And
yeah, yeah,
I,
yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
briefly considered buying it just to bring it to Gibraltar, and I just thought there's no way that is surviving an international
Yeah, it'd be
travel.
interesting to see how people tackle this. Either just wrap him up in cotton wool, or somehow I don't know how possible it'll be to
Aggressively
like,
magnetize the base and keep him in a really useful box, to be honest.
or magnetize the wings. I don't know how easy that will
Yeah.
be.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But
And the
yeah.
second thing is that Latara Saren, it's cool, wonderful character. Great that that miniature has now been brought to life with a model of her own. But like a week after they either put this up for pre-order or just before it went on order pre-order, they released another
Oh,
really, really, really cool ship's
yes.
captain
Yeah,
model
yeah, yeah,
for
yeah.
the Black Shield. Not sorry, not the Black Shields. For the models
Uh,
everyone is planning on running as Black Shields for the
yeah.
Red Corsairs. And she's an awesome model, and she even comes on a little command dice, which you can
Well,
then repurpose into a Mechanicum force.
we
But
will take a look at her in a little bit. Spoilers.
hell
But
yes,
yeah,
hell yes.
it's the
Sorry, yeah, getting
irony.
ahead of
I
myself.
don't think it's lost on anyone, to be honest. But they're available. they're here. We also had an update to the Legionnaires Astartes Black Shields. I am not. I don't think you are either, Dan. Are you?
No, we discussed this before the episode
Yeah.
started, and we're not gonna do a big deep dive into this because
I
neither of
mean,
us
we
are
probably will at
experts.
some point, but not
That's sorry, yeah,
now.
that's what I
Yeah,
mean. We're
yeah,
not
yeah.
going to do an episode deep dive now. We
Now,
just kind of wanted
yeah.
to talk. These rules have been updated. They were, I think, you could see it. I think Games Workshop certainly saw it at their recent narrative 30K event when someone, I think he flew from like Singapore or something with an
Oh,
army of
okay.
centurions,
Yeah.
and he just absolutely
Kicked dick.
dominated. Yeah, it was not a pleasant experience from a score perspective.
Right.
Not to say playing him wasn't a pleasant experience. I don't know the guy, I don't know the player,
No, don't.
but I think it just wasn't a. It's all well and good losing in games, but when you can't win, that is like not the pleasant experience. When you just
No.
know that the rules just haven't provided you with the opportunity to play. And I think Games Workshop maybe looked at that and thought maybe this is something that needs a bit of a tweak.
Yeah, I find it very interesting because I know on some of the WhatsApp groups I'm on, people are like, "How did they not realize this was going to be a thing?" Because most people within 5 minutes of reading the Black Shields rules were like, "Holy shit, this is insane!" So I find it fascinating that it got that far. But I did hear a story that apparently there was something else in the Black Shields rules, and the games testers were like, "That was even more batshit than what we got." So I don't know, but it feels a bit strange that it managed to get that far. But they've updated the rules. I am not a Black Shields player. Kerry has written everything that has been updated, but we will do a deep dive
Yeah, we
in.
don't want to do them a disservice by like kind of
Yeah,
glossing over it poorly. We'd rather just mention that it got updated.
yeah,
One thing I will say though, from a rules perspective, and to that point that you say about the Games Workshop rules writers, is I sometimes think that there is a mentality of, oh well, this is how we want it to play. We want you to be able to run an army of embittered captains that
yeah,
swan an oath, and they have this real like narrative hook that they really want to provide rules for. And then it's perhaps people with a slightly different take on the game that are like, yes, I will do that, and I will do that more, and I will turn that to 11.
yeah,
And sometimes you have that kind of like contrast between what's, from a narrative perspective, they wanted to bring the rules, they wanted to bring that narrative to life with the rules, versus what slightly people that are willing to take the rules beyond and
yeah,
push the boundaries.
yeah. But possibly, I think, yeah, I think there's a few things to be honest. I think that's probably an element of it. I think sometimes when you're in your own little bubble, you convince yourself that something's okay. I don't think their games testing is particularly rigorous as compared to when they release the rules and thousands of players start playing it. But yeah, like
Yeah, I think
it's
there's only so much rigor you can apply with such a small sample size,
yeah, that's it, isn't it?
equally, we don't know. If a games tester says, "Ah, this has could easily be broken," then the
Do
games
they
writers are
listen?
like, "Well, yeah, that's great, but we don't want to change that because that is in line with our
Yeah,
narrative
yeah.
kind of vision."
It's it's a weird one, isn't it? It is a weird
Yeah,
one. It's a shame because I mean, going back to that Warhammer World event, I think there's quite a lot of fallout from that, and it's potentially like someone hasn't necessarily gone out their way to be overly whack, and it's just ended up going that way, or what? Like I don't know the ins and outs of what actually happened, but I think the trouble is when you make rules that are completely broken, it makes it hard for people to actually play what they want to play because they're just coming across as being a whacker, and it's like actually I just want to play a cool army of centurions. So it's a shame, but they've changed it. We'll do a deep dive on that because, like I say, I'm not a Black Shields expert, so I don't really know how that has affected their rules. I'm sure people can tell us in the comments whether they're happy with it or whether they don't think they've gone far enough or what they've done.
but talking
But
of
yeah, at
experts,
least
are
I mean,
you an expert on Night Lord's lore and
I
background?
mean, I am now.
Yeah, and why? And why is that? Why is that?
So this is actually really cool, I have to
This is
say.
cool. This is
So
really cool.
if you're not aware of it, I'm sure you are. The Warcom articles, they have been releasing pages from the original Black Books. Now, if you don't know what the Black Books are, the Black Books were the first edition rules essentially. Like you had the red rule book, and then kind of initially once every year they would release a mighty tome called a Black Book, and it would have all the rules of certain legions. It would have kind of campaign rules, missions in it, and it would have loads of lore. And the lore, I would argue, is probably some of the best stuff that has, well, it's some of the best stuff that's ever been written for the heresy, to be honest. It was kind of headed up by Alan Bly, who passed away a few years ago now. And it was basically kind of his passion project. And they had fucking loads of amazing writers and artists and blah, blah, blah. So if you aren't really aware what the Black Books are, that's kind of it. It was essentially the rules books. And initially we were kind of getting them like once every year or so. And then by the end of first edition, we were getting them kind of every 2.5 years or so. Like it kind of was one of the things that kind of didn't kill the heresy, but really kind of slowed it down. But the rules may not be relevant anymore, but the lore very much is. And what they're doing is they're releasing the lore article pages from the Black Books on the Warcom article. I think this is a great idea because it's just relevant, isn't it? Like it's just
Yeah,
this,
yeah.
this is the lore
I
of
think
the
this is
heresy.
like the golden age
Yeah,
of
100%. Yeah,
uptake of heresy, or like upkick in heresy, in that there
yeah,
was this kind of framework. Everyone knew like the major muscle movements, but this is where Alan Bly and the team started to kind of fill in those gaps
yeah,
and
yeah,
say, yeah, there's a gap here. Let's explore that. Let's deep dive that. Like, what was the Thramas Crusade? Everyone kind of knows like that existed, but here's a little bit more. And we
and
also started to see
yeah,
cool things, for example, like about the Alpha Legion. That hadn't necessarily had a huge amount written about it in the Black Library books before, and they were like, "Oh, they're the secret, secret subterfuge guys." And this was that Games Workshop's opportunity to be like, "Okay, and this is what it looks like, and this is how they fight, and this is, there's a huge amount of lore and updates there."
yeah, massive, massive. Like Thramas Crusade is a perfect example, really, isn't it? Like we knew it happened, but we didn't really know what it was. But yeah, if you have any interest in the lore and you don't own the Black Books, I highly recommend you go and read these. They're doing them every Thursday. Like some people have said, this is just a filler, but I'm fine with that because it's a good filler. Like it's
Like,
good.
it's just a weird thing to say, like a
Yeah,
filler, or like
it's
releasing content that is currently rather inaccessible
yeah, and that's
into
it.
the
I
public
mean,
domain for free. Like,
I've
I
got the
think, go on.
I've got the Black Books. I don't know if you've got the Black Books.
No, it's one of the things that if I got a time machine, I'd go and do two things or
I
three things. I'd invest
I
in Zoom shares in 2019, and I'd buy the Black Books in 2006.
so they did the original ones were hardbacks, and then they did
You've got
paperback
the Povo
versions.
version, have you?
I got the poor man's version, yeah. But I
Yeah,
mean, these sell on eBay now for like £1,000. But I mean, you can kind of see this is all like rules. Yeah, it's all disappearing. Rules and
yeah.
lore, and there's just so much. Like they're so good. They really are, and the kind of color plates. Like they're fucking awesome. So yeah, I
Yeah.
highly recommend if you're interested in the lore, go and read these articles because yeah, it's awesome. And I
They're
just genuinely think it's awesome that they're doing it. Like I just
Oh,
think
for
it's
sure.
really
No,
good.
I absolutely agree. And they remain very good sources of inspiration for your armies.
Yes,
So, for
yeah, yeah,
example, I want to make a couple of Dreadclaw drop pods for my World Eaters army, and I'm like, well, how should they be painted? Like, are the doors white and the legs are blue, or like
yeah,
should half
yeah,
the legs
yeah,
be
yeah,
blue? And it's just, you could say, well, just paint them how you want. That's up to you. But I'm like, no,
yeah,
I want to paint them how what does a World Eaters drop pod look like? So I asked my mate to send me. I was like,
yeah,
can you take a picture of like page so and so, any pages with a World Eaters drop pod on it? And there is, in the Drop Site Massacre, one of the early book 1 or 2. There's a World Eaters drop pod on this, which I'm going to mimic for my World Eaters. So it's a huge source of inspiration.
yeah,
And I think having just said, oh God, how do they let these silly little rules, slip through the gaps, and perhaps criticised the studio's processes, I think is absolutely right that we then applaud where they do get things right. And
yeah,
for
yeah,
me,
yeah,
releasing some of the best lore the heresy has in a episodic content for free in PDF. Critics will say, why don't you just release it all now? But
Yeah,
then
yeah,
equally, you could say they could have paywalled this all behind the Warhammer Vault,
yeah,
behind a
yeah,
Warhammer
yeah, yeah.
Plus
Warhammer
membership, which they
Plus.
haven't
Yeah,
done. So,
yeah,
like, honestly, I think like massive hats off because people are very quick to criticize Games Workshop, but and they do make mistakes. But this is definitely this is a win. This is a
yeah.
massive W for Games Workshop.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Definitely. Yeah. Go check it out. But here we go. Here's
Oh,
the big news.
here we go. The big
The
news.
Golden Boys. Obviously,
Golden
they
boys
had
and
the
girls.
and girls. Yes, yeah. Sorry, yeah. They obviously had the New Year's. Was it New Year's
Yeah, it was the January
show?
reveal, wasn't it? Yeah.
And obviously, one of the big ones for Heresy was the Legio Custodes battle group. And I'd like to say, I think me and Rob, we did the end of year show. We pretty much called this word for word. We said they'd do a battle box with Custodes, Shield Captain, Dreadnought, and some sort of tank, and here they are.
Yeah.
So yeah, pat on the back for me and Rob. But yeah, I don't know. Did they give any timeline of when this will be released? I don't
No,
think
they
they
don't
did,
tend to,
did
do
they?
they? No.
No. So hopefully it won't be too long. I mean, one of the things that makes me laugh is, there were 10,000 custodes at the beginning of the heresy, and there will probably be 10,000 custodes getting played in events in the near future. But the battle group box set that they are releasing will contain a guard squad, a sentinel squad, a shield captain, a contemptor Achilles, I believe that is, and a grav assault tank. What are your thoughts on these? Because they've obviously changed how they look from the
So
original.
I think if we go to the next slide, I think
Oh
we'll
yes, no, there's
we'll
the
get a
shield
closer look at
captain.
some of the models. Um, Overall, I think they're awesome. I think they're
Yeah,
really nice. Like again, I've seen some criticism that like the legs look too much like Stormcast,
right,
and that they really liked the legs of the previous
right,
Custodes,
okay,
and it's
yeah.
just like, and the legs, the legs are too boring. They've got no filigree on them. The rest of the model is very detailed. It's kind of like that's a all right, cool. If that's the thing that you don't like about the model, the legs, then fine. I think they look really
I
cool.
absolutely fucking love these. I
Yeah.
think they look awesome. Rob's initial reaction was that he didn't like them, and then he saw an actual proper picture, and now I
Mm.
think he just doesn't like the helmets. I think that's.
The helmets
But
are
I
quite
like these.
tall, I think.
Yeah,
And I
but
think
I think these have very much gone back to the original artwork, not the very
Mhm.
original artwork. The very
Which is a
original.
not quite
The
full
very
on.
the very original artwork, for those that don't know, was like leather pants, and that's all they wore. And they had
It
a
was all
helmet.
very kind
Sorry,
of
a
like Judas
helmet.
Priest
Yeah,
kind of album cover, wasn't it?
yeah, yeah. This is more like Visions of Heresy
Yeah,
kind of style, and I am, for one, a massive fan. Like, I think
yeah,
these look fucking brilliant. So this is the Shield Captain.
yeah.
And they got female and male heads. Like, I'm not going to go into that. Like, obviously, people were losing their minds about that. I couldn't give a fuck. If you want to put female heads on them, put female heads on. If you don't, then don't. Like, that is literally, as far as I'm concerned, the end of that conversation. Like,
Yeah.
I, for one, generally just put helmets on because I always think, like, if you're in the middle of some hellhole fucking war zone, you probably want a helmet on. Apart from
You're a
sometimes the
pragmatic
characters.
man, Lee,
Yeah,
aren't you?
well,
You're a very
I'm an
pragmatic
Iron
man.
Warrior at heart,
Yeah,
so
exactly.
put a
Stick that
fucking
lid
helmet
on.
on.
And we've
Yeah,
all
yeah.
seen Starship Troopers, right? You know when Rico takes that guy's helmet off, in training camp, and he gets slotted. And you don't want to be like Rico, do you? Or
No,
you don't want to be
no,
like early Rico. Obviously, you want to be later
no.
Rico.
But yeah, I absolutely love these. So this is the Custodian Guard models.
Yeah.
Like, I just think these look awesome. I
I
really
think
do.
the point people say, oh, the helmets are too tall and pointy, whatever. But actually, I think that allows them to have a level of presence on the board that you would otherwise
Yeah,
have to
yeah,
have by significantly increasing the size of the model. Now,
yeah,
by having this huge plume and by having this huge helmet, they add this level of stature that then allows the models themselves to remain like relatively proportionally sized. Otherwise, you've got like I don't know, like mini dreadnoughts. If you want them to be that big, you kind of want they're going to
Yeah,
be like
they end
saturnine
up being
big.
saturnine, don't they? Yeah, I don't have a problem with the helmets. I think they look awesome. I think Rob's talking shit like normal. But yeah, I just think these. I'm trying to find the artwork. I've got the Visions of Heresy book, but obviously now I can't find the
On
artwork.
the
I
spot.
absolutely love these. I just think another thing people were saying they've got rid of the trigger on the kind of what do you call it on the spear.
Yeah. Are they
Um,
not like neuralinked or something?
I don't know. They're like
Yeah.
genetically mutated superhumans from the 31st millennium. I think not having a trigger on it is okay. Like I
I think
think
it is really interesting on that point of like the things people get hung up about. They're like, I hate these because there's no trigger on the
there's
spear.
no
And
trigger.
you're like,
Yeah.
or another good one is like, oh, that would never fly. You're talking about like the storm eagles or something like that's not very aerodynamic. And it's like,
Yeah.
all right, cool. So you're okay with a literal sea of magic made from human emotions, fine, and teleporting through that using the screaming minds of thousands of civilians, but you don't like the
Not
idea that
having a
this spaceship doesn't look very
Yeah,
aerodynamic.
I would go for the Neuralink. That's how
Yeah.
I would imagine it. I mean, the fact
Or
that
like maybe there's something embedded in, a haptic controller embedded
well,
within the
some people said
haft.
like the half twists and that fires it. So there's
You'd
I
get like RSI, wouldn't you?
yeah. I mean, it's just yeah. Yeah. I mean, like, if you really want to be that pedantic, like that magazine probably holds about three rounds, 4 rounds, one in the chamber.
Yeah.
So, like, let's not like let's just not go there, shall we? Like, let's just appreciate the models for what they are. If you don't like it, you don't like it. That's fair enough.
If you don't like
But
it, now's your opportunity to buy lots of the old ones and be really happy.
yes,
And then
yeah,
to be
yeah,
fair,
yeah,
actually,
yeah.
or pick up a cheap, I'm sure there'll be lots of people who are like, I really want these guys
Getting rid
and
of the
girls in
old
my
ones.
army, and they'll be
Yeah.
getting rid of the old
And I
ones.
don't think
So
there's a huge size difference between the new ones and the old ones. I think these are slightly bigger, but
yeah, I don't think they would look entirely out of place
no,
next to each other. I think
no,
would be fair to say.
no. But yeah, I will be interested to hear what people have to say about these because I have.
Now, do you know what I have to say about these?
Go on,
These are
say it.
awesome. These are awesome. These are really cool.
I much prefer these to the original ones. Like, I can't tell you why. I just do. Like, I
I
just
think it's the
think these look so much.
swords. The swords
It
look less
probably.
like ironing boards.
Yeah. 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 I just think these look fucking awesome. I mean, if
Yeah,
I no, I'm not even going to say it because these are fucking awesome.
yeah.
The Venatari. So I think
Cool. Yeah.
these
Again, all in plastic.
yeah,
A classic 4-year-old, like inaccessible 4-year-old unit. Like
yeah.
small number of models, a high price point. Not necessarily always had the best rules, so often avoided. But now in plastic.
I love these. Like
Yeah.
the backpacks have changed ever so slightly. I think was the biggest kind of thing, but yeah, I think these look fucking brilliant.
The thing again, like the things people are like, oh no, I don't like that because the black backpacks are different. It's like,
No, I'm not saying people were saying they didn't like it. I think it was just
oh
people
right,
picking up that that
oh like
was
the
yeah,
changes,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
For
Um,
me, as a Blood Angels player, I'm like, oh, these look like cool characterful backpacks to,
yeah,
stick a,
interesting.
as a 40k Blood Angels player, these look like
Ugh,
cool,
not interested.
not interesting. But you could easily stick on a Primaris helmet and call this, these 40k,
Yeah, yeah, you
Sanguinary
could.
Guard if you
Yeah,
want to do something different,
yeah.
or stick a Heresy helmet on and change some of the weapons and paint it in red. And I think you could make one of these like a Blood Angels Praetor, couldn't you?
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Um, I love these. I just think these look fucking awesome. I really do. I like the way the wings are collapsing on the one that's like touching down. I like the
Oh yeah, that's cool.
yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool. I've only
I'm
just spotted that. That's really cool.
I'm a big fan of these.
Yeah.
And then we had the Contemptor Dreadnoughts. So this was the Achilles that comes in the box set. To be honest, I don't see any changes really between this and the original resin ones, other than like detailing.
No, these are just nice little plastic
It
glow
looks
ups. Now, I
great,
want to
doesn't it?
say the big box has, I think, in the article, please, like listeners, correct us if we're wrong. Stick it in the comments. I think the article said the Dreadnought can build both. The kit builds
Oh, well,
both.
that doesn't surprise me. Yeah, so you've got the Galatus
Yeah, yeah.
with the shield. I love this. I remember when they first showed this. I believe it was this model at a Warhammer World. Sorry, Heresy Weekender. I think it was this
Mm.
one, and I was just like, "Holy fuck, these are insane." They look so cool. I love this model.
And they look very
Absolutely.
posable, don't they?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, contemptors are, aren't they? So this is basically just a fancy contemptor, isn't it? But
Yeah.
I will be interested to see how many 10 billion pieces it takes to build this model.
I find having built a few contemptors very recently for my world eaters,
Oh,
they are very posable. That's great, but it's like in fact, when you're building infantry and you've got like a left arm that ends at the wrist, and then you've got a
yeah,
gun with a wrist attached to it, and then you've got a
yeah,
right arm, and you've got to kind of somehow glue it all together
yeah,
whilst maintaining the pose you want without
yeah,
having a
yeah,
weird
yeah,
little
yeah.
gap at the wrist. Like take that and turn it up to 11 for contemptor legs. I'm like, I want
Although
my contemptor to be really posed. And then you've then got to like get this weird little socket thing going on with
I will
with the
say that I
legs.
think these are easier to pose than the old resin ones because the resin ones would just like you just had to super glue it and hope for the best. Like so,
Yeah,
um,
yeah. I mean,
but
I went
yeah,
through the delight of building both a plastic one and
and a
two
resin,
two. I think I had two World Eater resin ones and one plastic
right?
one, and I
Yeah.
mishmatched them together so that it kind of
Okay.
looked a bit different. So I went through all the highs and lows. It was an emotional journey.
um, but yeah, man, these look
These are really
so
cool.
cool.
Yeah.
And then the Cladis Grav tank.
The one on the
And
left
again,
comes in the box, I want to say, and the
I
one on the
believe so.
right
Yeah,
is the Iliastus Assault
that sounds
Accelerator or
about
something like
right. Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I'm getting my Custodes guns wrong. They have shown us a new gun. The sort of chin gun of the tank is
Oh,
um,
interesting.
a new style of gun which we haven't seen before.
Ah,
It'll be
okay.
interesting to see the rules on that.
I mean, these are great. And then we've got the Coronis Grav Carry as
Oh,
well. And this is
oh.
such a chunky model. Like the fact that
Mm,
this is plastic now is fucking awesome because this was just a huge lump of resin
hmm
previously. A bit like the old Spartan. Like just having a plastic version is so much easier.
And they're massive as well. Like
These
when
are
you see one of
literally,
these are
yeah, they're
huge.
like, yeah, I think they're like at least on par with Spartans, if not
I
bigger. I
want to
think they're
say,
chunk. I
yeah.
think they're wider.
Mm.
But yeah, so cool. So yeah, I
And
am a huge fan of these.
overall, yeah, like phenomenal,
Are you going to
phenomenal
be picking up
release.
the box set, or are you?
Will I pick up the box set? Probably not.
No,
Just because I don't really see Custodes being
in
in
your
my
future.
2026 plans.
Yeah, that's
I've got
fair enough.
enough plans and schemes, and
Oh, that doesn't stop you from buying things, though, does
oh, I
it? That's.
know, Lee. Stop it, because I'm easily tempted. I'm easily tempted.
I've been on the fence with Custodes for years, and Rob has always said to me, you should do Custodes because it's the ultimate kind of small army, small model
Mm.
count. Like, it's perfect for my kind of limited time hobbying. Um, and this is the push I have needed. Because I'll be honest, I liked the old models, but I wasn't like, I didn't love
In
the
love
old
with them,
models.
yeah.
Whereas these, I am just like, I absolutely love these. So,
It's a phenomenal
yeah.
range, and we haven't seen new plastic jet bikes.
No.
We haven't seen the Telemon Dreadnought, so one
Yes,
assumes
yes.
that they will be arriving
I'm sure that will all be
as
coming.
part of the release, whether
Be
in the
nice
first
to
wave or second.
see something new, like something just left field
All right,
that
Lee.
isn't it
All right,
that we
mate.
have.
You've got a whole new
But
range of plastic models. Absolute
but
amazing class. Yeah. Can we
yeah,
have more stuff?
we always want more, don't we? But
No, I know what you mean. I know
it
what
would
you
be
mean.
cool to see something. They didn't really talk about the sisters much, did they? So
No, and actually, that's the thing I think I'm most disappointed about, which I think is the next slide. We get to talk about the rules,
ooh,
the book.
yes,
Yeah. So, if you are excited for Custodes, then you can pick up all their rules in the new Liber Custodes. Um, Interestingly, this still contains the rules for Sisters of Silence and indeed
yeah,
the Assassins, but we haven't seen any models revealed for them.
no.
and I think what I'm more excited about are Sisters of Silence. I think it's a really cool theme.
Okay.
I've been like messing around with a Prospero Burns themed list of Space Wolves and Sisters.
Oh,
I'm just
interesting.
not. In fact, I actually sent in prior to joining the podcast. I sent in my show, which my list rather, which you guys reviewed on
Oh,
this very
interesting.
community show
Tore to
last
pieces.
session. Yeah. You're like, those are rubbish. But yeah, I really like the idea of a thematic force
Yeah,
because
yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
own two of the sisters like grav tanks, and I have a really cool kind of conversion idea which sees me using 40k Sisters of Battle models as Sisters of
Yeah, okay.
Silence.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I kind of want to bring
That's a great model range, by the
it's
way.
stunning.
It's
Yeah, stunning.
fucking brilliant. Yeah.
It's so good.
I played around with ideas for a militia, Colts militia list of using that range. I never
Oh,
pulled the
nice.
trigger on it, but
That gets quite expensive quite quickly, I think, for those
yeah, they're
ones.
such cool models though. They're so good. But yeah, I am super duper excited for this. I really, really cannot wait. I will buy it all and it will sit on my shelf. I have spoke to Rob about us potentially running a War Within the Webway event
So
at the end of the year.
that is a phenomenal idea,
So we
and
need
that is what
to,
I want to do.
yeah, we.
Because
I
I'm
don't
not that
want
excited
to.
about Space Wolves.
Yeah,
I've kind of shelved those plans, and I was like, how else can I bring my
yeah.
cool little
It's very much in the planning stages at the minute.
nice?
But I am, well, it's very much in the convincing Robert's a good idea stage. But yeah, we'd have to obviously buy a load of, I don't know, like Elder terrain or something to have it as the webway. And then you can have other bits where it's like a breakout from into
Yeah,
the palace. So we could have some
yeah,
ZM games and stuff. So
yeah.
very much something to look out for. We are just kind of talking about it at the minute and how feasible it actually is. But I think something like that would be awesome and actually give Custodes players a chance to play. And hopefully, if there's some demon players out there, we can come up with some rules, within missions of like endless hordes where the units just keep coming on and the Custodes have to hold for a certain amount of time
And
and
Mechanicum as well, right?
and Mechanicum, and
Yeah,
there's some World Eaters and Word Bearers thrown in there as well. So yeah, it's
naturally.
something
They
to
they
look out
they love a
for,
scrap.
but I guess it kind of depends when they actually release all this stuff. We need to
Hmm.
give people time to build and paint models. But yeah, something to look out for in
So
the
what you're saying,
future.
Lee, is that I should definitely do my War on the Webway themed Sisters and Mechanicum
Absolutely,
army.
100% should
Nice,
do. Yes.
nice.
And that's not all we had. We had the
The
Glaive Super
glaive.
Heavy Special Weapons Tank, which again, Rob called this. He said he thought we were gonna see this. I mean, not a lot to say really. It's awesome that it's in plastic. I'm a big fan of this. I'm not a particularly big fan of its rules. But yeah, it's fucking awesome, isn't it? Just big
It's
chunky
cool. It's a very
tanks.
cool model, like massive Volkite gun. What's not to like?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And the Whirlwind as
Now
well.
this was a little twist and surprise.
Yeah.
I when I first saw it, I hated it. I was
Yeah,
like,
that
this looks
was
like a toy, like
that
ridiculous.
was most people's initial reaction, which is interesting because my initial reaction was, I fucking love this. It's like a
Yeah.
tiny little, what do you call it, MLRS? Like,
MLRS. Well, exactly. I was like, what the heck? This looks because it looks having been like people get so funny about the things they don't like, and I look at this and I'm like, that's stupid. Am I the problem? Yes. But I looked at this and I was like, oh god, that looks a bit. The launcher is too big for the tank. I don't like it.
yeah,
But then I looked at it. I pondered on it, and I was like, actually, it is really cool. I do really like
I
it,
fucking love
and
this.
it is having gobbed off about things being realistic or not realistic. It actually is much more like a real life MLRS, isn't it?
Yeah, 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 yeah. Just a tiny little tank running around, fire a load of missiles, and then fuck off. Like, I love it. I think it's great. It'll be interesting to see what the rules are like for it.
Yeah, so they mentioned Pyrax missiles, which
Okay.
are an option you can take on the Arcus, the Sikaran Arcus.
Oh, interesting.
So
Okay.
yeah, it will be cool, and it's just nice that you've got the Scorpius, you've got the Whirlwind, and you've got the Hyperius missile tank, which is kind of the anti-air variant. So you could kind of
Yeah.
do like a really cool, and I know cool and Imperial Fist armies, don't necessarily. It's not a concept
No.
hugely supportive of, but you could do a really cool like missile defense battery of some air defense, some
I
like long
mean,
range
as
strike,
an
and some
Iron Warriors player, this calls to me as
yeah.
just, just death from afar.
I
So
wonder whether
yeah,
you can get like phosphex for it.
don't.
Ooh.
Now you're teasing me. And the rules for those will be coming in the next Journal Tactica, Mailed
Hmm.
Fists. Uh, Legionnaires start as super heavy tanks, even though it says super heavy tanks, it will have the rules for the Whirlwind, which is
Yeah.
not a super heavy tank.
So what, okay, apart from like updated rules for, so they're not going to update the rules for the Fellblade, are they? Because they,
I
or are they?
honestly don't know. I don't.
Like
Yeah.
what's in this book?
I'm,
That's what I want to know.
I'll tell you what I hope is in this book is some cool missions about
Hmm.
one player having a super heavy tank and the opponent has to kill it or whatever,
Yeah.
like you could do some cool missions based around that, or maybe some tank battle missions. That would be pretty cool. But I mean, I'm just like wish list in here.
I'm really excited for this book purely for, and to slightly get ahead of ourselves for a question that comes later is some new detachments. So currently there's an armored detachment
Yes,
which is
yes,
for
yes.
armored units. There's an armored fist detachment which is for heavy transports and for normal transports.
Mm,
But there's not a kind of like combined arms one, which would be quite
yeah,
cool to have like, I don't know, maybe like one light transport, one heavy transport, and maybe two armored or something, something like that, just
yeah,
like,
yeah,
like
yeah,
a,
yeah,
a
yeah,
flexible thing.
yeah.
That would
Yeah,
be
that'd
quite
be
cool.
interesting. It'll be interesting to see. I mean, it's good just to see that they're straight into another journal Tactica.
Mm.
I'm a big fan of these. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see. And then not completely heresy, but is probably going to be purchased by a lot of heresy players. Was the 40k red Corsairs? Is it Corsairs?
Yeah, Red Corsairs, Huron Blackheart, and Gang.
Uh, New models. And it's interesting. Well, I think we'd already seen some of these, hadn't we? But when they showed the kind of outline of the models, they do the kind of the shadow outline before the teaser, don't they? The ship's master on the left, I think it is.
Hmm.
I was like, oh well, we're getting Heresy Mechanicum, like Magos
Yeah,
on a
yeah.
Bane. Like obviously that's what that is, and then obviously it fucking wasn't. But I don't know the size of that. I don't know the size of the base.
So I think that's a 40 mil base.
Is it okay? But you
Yeah.
could stick that on a bigger base, couldn't you? Like
Oh, easily.
I
Yeah,
would
yeah.
I would use that as a kind of Magos abeyant. I think that would look
Hmm. I've seen
quite
everything for
cool.
abeyance, like someone using the Domitar model and
Yeah,
someone using like
I
a
think
small
the
smoky
idea
platform.
of them is they're meant to be like a floating platform. That was the original kind of
Hmm.
Forge World resin one, was like this massive kind of floating throne, although it's got loads of
Yeah.
cables underneath it. But yeah, and also that model would make a great oh, what's her name?
Latara Saren.
Yeah,
Yeah. So I look at this and I see top left, Latara Saren,
yeah.
bottom left, World Eaters champion, Legion champion. Um,
Interesting. Yeah,
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 with
yeah.
a paragon axe. Mm.
Okay,
And
yeah, yeah.
an axe has a blade. It can be a paragon blade. Don't at me. Top middle, red butcher. Sorry, red butchers. World Eaters, butcher surgeon.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Um, Top right, a cool model to paint or sell on eBay.
Get in the bin.
Um,
Just throw it straight in the bin.
Stick it on eBay.
I fucking hate. Of
Do you
all of
hate it?
this,
Do
I
you hate
hate
it?
that. I just
Do
don't. It's
you?
like a little dinosaur man. Like what? I don't know what. I don't know. I don't get it. Yeah, that can
Bottom
get in the
right,
bin.
a word bearer's
Yes,
librarian
I
or
really like that
esoterist.
model. Actually, I think that looks fucking great. Um,
Yeah. And
yeah, I
then,
really
but
like it.
obviously you got Huron, which you can stick on eBay as well. I mean, there'll be plenty of people who will want to just buy Huron
Yeah, I
on their
don't hate
own.
this model. I hate the head.
Hmm.
But I think this would make like a great kind of like Word Bearers Praetor or something, like a late heresy
Yeah, yeah,
kind of Praetor. Maybe change some of the bits out, but I don't hate it. I hate the head. The head just looks
yeah.
derpy to me. But yeah, no,
I've
I
seen the Wallace and Gromit memes.
yeah.
They were funny.
Yeah, yeah. And then also they showed I can't remember what they called these. Was it like Raiders or something?
Yeah, so
Like
these are
new.
like the line troops for the Red Corsairs.
Yeah.
And if you're into 40k, cool models. More
Yeah.
importantly, if you're into 30k, as we all are,
Yes.
these are like just this is your Black Shields army.
You
Look
see,
at
it's
that.
interesting, isn't it? Because everyone keeps saying Black Shields, but I would use these for
Shattered.
well, not even that, just word bearers. I would use these like head change,
Mm,
shoulder pad change. I think these would make some cool kind of end heresy, like late heresy word bearers. I would use these for Night Lords.
you
I
know, I
think
would even
these
go
would
as far
look
to
good.
say Alpha
And
Legion as well.
Alpha Legion, I
Because
would use these
because they've
for.
got like the cloaks and the kind of the backpacks are
Yeah,
like
yeah,
covered
yeah.
up. It kind of looks a bit like a camo cloak kind of thing.
I think these would be cool for World Eaters as well. I've seen some people using the 40. Well, you use some of the 40k
Yeah,
World Eater models. I just think
yeah,
these
yeah.
are a slightly less pointy version of them. Yeah, I really like these. I mean, even like, I mean, you look at the dude third in from the left. I mean, he's got a Mark III backpack.
Yeah,
So even some of the armor is just. I love the like mismatch of armor. I mean, you could
yeah,
argue
yeah,
that some of that's Mark 7, but I just look at it and think Mark 5. It's just bastardized
yeah, yeah.
armor. I really like these. I think they look fucking great. Yeah, I'd be interested to see how they all go together because I think these like the pouches on the chest and that. I don't think. I think they're like add-ons.
Yeah, potentially. They
I'm
often are,
sure the
but
way they showed
maybe
it.
with these ones, yeah, we'll have to look at the sprues.
But yeah, I'll be interested to see how these go together. But I'm a big fan of these. I think, yeah, I would definitely run these. As I saw these and I was like, oh, word bearers. So
Yeah,
yeah, but
nice.
I mean, Black Shield is obviously the obvious choice. Oh, and then they showed this as well,
Oh,
and this got me
this is your
very
jam.
excited. Yeah, they at the end of the show, if you didn't watch it, they kind of showed some teasers for 40k Iron Warriors. But this was the picture that really got me like, oh, because you can kind of see a little bit. You see obviously the shoulder pad, but you can see a bit of the arm, bit of the chest, and a tiny bit of the helmet. And the picture I put up on the left was the Warhammer Plus. I think it was called Iron Within, like the 40k
Hmm.
show. And I really hope they used that as the kind of what do you call it? The idea behind these
Like the reference
40k.
model, yeah.
Yeah, because I would 100% use these for Heresy
Hmm.
Iron Warriors. So I am really, really excited to see. I just hope they're not too chaosy, but
Yeah. I think for me, any 40k chaos release is just a heresy release in
yeah,
disguise.
yeah. I
So
mean, even the Chaos Space Marines, just the standard Chaos Space Marines,
yeah,
you change the shoulder pads, you change the helmets and the backpacks.
honestly,
Like,
like head swap,
yeah,
shoulder pads, and backpack.
yeah,
Not like because the big Archie backpack kind of thing is very 40k.
yeah. I
Um,
think so.
and so
Some
you
people
just
use them for like sergeants and characters, which I think
exactly what I've done in
absolutely
my
fine.
World Eaters. Yep. But yeah,
Um,
just change it. Just get the shoulder pads down.
yeah.
Put a like Mark II helmet on there or something like that.
But the frustrating thing for me is I keep coming up for ideas of like, oh, I'm going to do this, and then they release a model, and they're like, oh, okay, actually, I'll probably use that, and then they release something, and then they tease something, and then they tease something and release something. You're
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
fuck, I'm basically no further forward, and I just keep buying things.
Like with me, I'm like, oh, I'm going to do a Sisters of Silence army using Sister of Battle, and I haven't actually done it yet. And I'm actually kind of glad that they didn't reveal any sisters because otherwise I would just be like, what have I bought all these damn Sisters of Battle for?
Exactly. Yeah, yeah.
But now I can go ahead with it. And then by the
Um,
time I finish the army, they'll have released new plastic Sisters of Silence.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You're welcome,
But
guys.
I am mega excited. I they did say when. I don't think we're going to actually see these for a while. I think it's going to be a few months before
So, do you want to
we
do you want to know?
actually.
Do you want to know my prediction? You said
Yeah,
it's
go
built on
for it.
something.
Go, go, go.
Um, so we've got 11th edition 40k arriving this summer, and it
Right,
will either be like the final thing that happens in the kind of end of season campaign. So at the end
right.
of every edition, they do like a big campaign, don't
Yeah,
they?
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah,
the Gathering Storm or the Arcs of Omen, that kind of thing. And
yeah.
I think what we might see. So at the end of the Arcs of Omen campaign, we saw the
Interesting.
Lion return into the 41st millennium,
Yeah.
and
Perturabo's making a comeback.
perhaps at
I
the end
think
of the
that.
campaign, they find like whatever it is, like the Pandora's box that they have to open, and out
Yeah.
comes Perty, Demon Perty.
I mean, Bertie's just chilling on a demon world, isn't he? It's not like he's ever vanished in the 40k lore, is it? He's there. He's just.
He's
He's
there.
just.
He's
He's
behind you. In
just.
fact,
He's
there
just
he
not.
is. Oh
He's just. He's just not getting involved in anything, is he? I think. I
no.
don't. My knowledge of 40k lore is fairly atrocious, but I am mega excited. This is such a fucking tease of a picture because I just want to see what it actually looks like. But looking at that arm, looking at the joint for the backpack, I am really excited to see what they've done with these, and I really hope it looks something like the picture on the left because
Yeah.
that's just like you say,
Like
it's just
worst case scenario,
heresy.
you're going to get a couple of cool kind of model cores
Or
to use as
bits, or yeah,
characters.
yeah,
Do you know
yeah,
what I mean?
true, yeah.
If
But
it's
yeah,
all very very kind of over the top and 40k and doesn't fit with the aesthetic you want, like worst case scenario, you're gonna have some cool head swaps to
yeah,
use for
true,
your
true,
characters.
true, true. But fingers crossed.
Fingers
Oh
crossed.
God,
Yeah,
yeah, I
I've got my
am.
fingers crossed for you, Lee.
Thank you. Yeah, so all that means is I'm not doing anything for my Iron Warriors at the minute because I'm just waiting to see what comes out from this. But yeah, I am like so fucking excited for this. I just hope it's not shit. And that is it. That's the news.
There we go.
I mean, I
Lots of
say
news.
that's it. Like Jesus Christ, that's yeah. That I mean, as review shows go, it was pretty good.
It's time to upgrade your battlefield with Sacrus Mundus terrain. Sacrus Mundus sculpt breathtakingly detailed and varied terrain that will bring your games of Horus Heresy to life. From the ruined cities of Armoria to the jungle vestiges of Lintrath, Sacrus Mundus design immersive battlefields for any type of tabletop wargaming experience you desire. Find their extensive terrain collections online right now.
Heresy Hammer is proudly sponsored by BANDUA Wargames. BANDUA Wargames is a wargaming retailer based in Spain. Their stock is vast and covers every game imaginable, but most importantly, it also covers the Horus Heresy. They also create high quality MDF terrain for wargaming. This includes sets for frontline wargaming, as well as battles set within the confines of a battle barge. We have been using their Zone Mortalis set at Heresy Hammer HQ, and we are absolutely loving it. It's modular, high quality, robust, and easy to store. They also offer a range of accessories for Heresy Gaming as well. Heresy Hammer patrons receive a 10% discount on all their own brand terrain, accessories and mats. Make sure you check out BANDUA Wargames today via their website, banduawargames.com.
But now we're into our hashtag Heresy Hammer. So
yeah.
again, if you are new to the show, if you put hashtag Heresy Hammer on Instagram, we probably won't find it. That's how we used to do it, but Instagram keeps changing how you find pictures, and it just makes it super duper hard to find things. But a lot of people put pictures up on our WhatsApp group. So if you go and join our WhatsApp group, we'll give you details how to do that at the end of the show. And put pictures up, we basically nick them and we show them in our community shows. So first up is Lloyd with his Outriders squad, and this looks fucking awesome. And you'll be
really
shocked to
nice.
see that he's equipped them all with plasma guns.
What? What? What a entirely, lore focused and narrative choice you've made there, Lloyd. I will say, however, rather than sassing him about the weapon choices, the green blue transition
It
is
looks fucking
phenomenal.
awesome, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, great. These,
Really nice.
I mean, these models still hold up. They're kind of getting a bit old now, aren't they? But still great models. But yeah, he's done an awesome job painting these.
I
love
particularly
these.
like how the rest of the squad have either a black or a dark blue stripe, and then the sergeant has a red stripe.
Yeah,
I think it's just
yeah,
nice. It's a nice little
yeah.
touch.
I like it a lot. And then we got Hermit with a knight.
Mm,
This I
mechanical
see.
knight. Very cool.
This is these are the pictures I don't need to look at because I really want to do a knight, but I just don't have the time.
Now, is this an Atropos or is this? Do we know what's on his arms? Who knows?
It's the I think it's the I don't have a fucking clue. It's the I'm not sure actually. It's the one with the two funky guns, isn't it? I am not an
Nice
expert on
night
knights.
knowledge there. Yeah. So yeah, Hermit, if you're watching, let us know. What have you armed it with?
Yeah,
Because
people
it's
are
fun to see.
staring at the screen, shouting, "You fucking
Yeah, yeah.
idiots!" It's a
But I like it. It looks nice and like worn. He's done some cool battle
yes,
damage.
yeah,
I also quite like, there on the second segment up from his head, you've kind of got like a sequence of 4 bits of battle damage, which kind of looks like someone has like uh strafed it with an autocannon,
yeah,
and it's kind of
yeah,
like bam, bam,
yeah,
bam,
yeah.
bam. Yeah, it just looks really nice.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. I'd love to do like just a knight's army, but I don't know if I. The trouble with me is I build like a unit of something, and then I never want to build that unit again. So having to repeat kind of knights
But you'd only
with
have to do that like 4 times.
yeah, like doing it once is enough for me. Like
Okay.
I am terrible.
You need to
Like
have someone assemble some knights for you,
yeah, well
and then
yeah,
paint
that's
them.
actually probably the way to do it, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm sure.
yeah, yeah. But
That's what I
yeah,
do. I
awesome
just
job.
honestly, yeah, like I'm not a
No,
huge fan of assembly. I just
yeah,
have like, people have commission painters. I have commission assemblers because
yeah.
I don't necessarily enjoy the process of assembling
Building
hordes and hordes of tentacle
no,
marines. So
I've been building some Castellax, and it's taken me about 2 months because I just keep
because they're in like 70,000 pieces.
yeah, it's just like I built the legs and I was like these are all right, and then I started building the bodies and I was like, oh fucking kill me now, but they are nearly finished. But that's another example. I've built 3 Castellax, and I was planning to paint these and then go straight into another unit of 3 Castellax, and I will not be building the next 3 Castellax because I just can't
No,
be bothered.
get
So
yourself on eBay, buy some pre-built ones.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
What have we got next?
Up next, we got Rob
Oh,
Jardine with
oh,
some very, very sexy
yeah.
looking Emperor's Children. Although the one thing I will say is I hope he's going to paint
That's
the
immediate. I hope you're going to black rim those
bases
bases,
black.
Rob. But he has, by the looks of it, black rimmed the rims of the.
Yeah, maybe he won't. Please do. Please paint that black. But these look phenomenal. Like,
Yeah,
ah,
these
again,
look
I
really
love
nice.
Emperor's Children. They look
Yeah,
so cool,
and
don't
it's
they?
such a classic combo of like clean white marble with a really vibrant purple pink.
Yeah,
Rob, you've
yeah.
done a stellar job on these. And are you bringing these to Gibraltar? I think Rob's going to Gibraltar. So, Rob, if you're listening or watching, let us know. Are these coming to Gib? And will you be blackberrying the bases? People wish to know.
Yeah, 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 yeah. And then up next, I have a big box covering his name, but I believe this is JKB
JKB
Painting.
painting. Yeah, stunning.
Um,
Gorgeous.
who, yeah,
Love it.
this is fucking brilliant. And I'll tell you the one thing I really love about this model, and it's such a dumb thing to like, is the broken bit at the top of the banner. I just love that little touch of like you just imagine like he smashed someone in the head with the banner, and it's like
Yeah,
snapped
yeah.
off and it's just embedded in some dude's head somewhere.
Again, a question for JKB is that intentional battle damage, or did you break
Did
the
you drop
model?
it? Yeah.
Did you do that? Is that like, oh, we're gonna turn there's no such thing as
Yeah,
a
yeah,
like Bob Ross style happy accident kind of thing?
yeah. I mean, either way, like this look, I
Yeah,
fucking love
really
this
nice.
model.
Really
Like it's
nice.
such a good model. Like the blood splatter is just enough. Like it's not over the top. Like the blue and white looks insane. The old Forge World World Eater's helmet, and again he's
Yeah.
got like the
Is
Chaos
that the Forge
backpack.
World original Corn Berserker
Yes,
conversion
yeah, the
kit?
original Cormons. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Interesting.
It looks
For
fucking
Heresy
brilliant.
or like the OG
I
40k
believe it
ones?
was 40k models. A lot
Yeah,
of people.
yeah.
I used these for my original
Mm.
World Eaters. I
And what's the
used them.
base? Like what is the kind of model base?
It's the oh God, I can't
I
think.
don't
It's
recognize it.
the yeah, I do. It's the traitor Herald, is it not?
Is it the actual
Oh
Traitor
God,
Herald?
yeah, I've got the model. I just can't
Oh,
think
okay.
what it
I,
is.
I
Yeah,
couldn't
it's.
recognize
Oh,
it. Yeah,
I
it's very cool.
believe it's. I want to say it's the Traitor Herald model, but I could be completely fucking wrong
I
there.
think those Forge World Herald models, as JKB's done here, really benefit from an over the top banner because they've kind of positioned them as like almost like a kind of Roman, centurion style Aquila
Yeah,
wielding
yeah,
dude with a
yeah,
pole with a symbol. Whereas actually, I do love an over the top banner. So
yeah. It is the
is the Traitor
Traitor
Herald.
Herald
Nice,
console.
nice.
But yeah, fucking awesome. I love this. This just makes me want to do World Eaters, so I
Join
need
the
to
club,
stop
bro.
looking at it. And then Luke, with the new plastic
Ooh,
cataphracti, but with a
yeah.
cheeky little head swap, which I actually think
Ah.
works really, really well.
Is that
It's funny,
the
isn't it?
like the Mark 7 Forge World Death Guard helmet?
No, this is the Heresy Death Guard. I think they were the Mark III helmets, I want to
Oh,
say.
really?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they were kind of looked a lot like the 40k like Nurgly helmets.
Yeah, yeah. They look
I'm
really
pretty
nice.
sure. Like, let us know in the comments, but I'm pretty sure this is the Death Guard, just kind of heresy helmets. It's funny because I look at these, and even now I look at some of the Cataphracti, the new ones, and I'm like, I don't like that. And then I look at something like this, and I'm like, I really like this.
Yeah.
Like, he's done a brilliant
I
job.
just love a good head swap, you know?
Yeah, it doesn't take a lot, does it? I'd love to see
No.
what these look like with a Iron Warriors head swap.
Ooh.
So yeah, oh God, I just don't need to buy another fucking box of stuff that I just don't need it in my life.
Wait until the 40k Iron Warriors come, and then you
Yeah,
get
this is
some
it,
like
isn't
badass
it?
new
Yeah.
Terminators, you know.
But I mean, Luke's done a brilliant job here. Like, I absolutely love this. It
Hmm.
really is. Yeah, it's one of my motivators for doing the new Cataphracti. And then McGreevy, we've got more World Eaters.
Yeah,
I'm
controversial. Like
guessing.
World Eater Seekers.
I like it. Why not?
Yeah,
Like, just they shoot
yeah.
you and then they run in and
And
stab
one
you
of
with
you
their fuck off
throws
knives.
a knife at you. He's like, "Get some!"
Not
Ah,
only am I going to shoot you, I'm going to throw this fucking knife at you
uh,
that is actually the
reaching
size of a
for up,
human
go.
being. Yeah, I love these. Like, these look great. I don't know
Yeah.
where the little sword things are from. Are they a 40k?
The little stabby daggers. I'm not sure actually.
Yeah, I guess these are a 40k thing. There's the little sneaky.
Are
Uh,
they Emperor's Children 40k
oh, I
from
don't.
like because they released basically like tactical marines and despoilers for the new
Oh,
40k Emperor's
interesting.
Children, so they're
I don't
potentially
know.
weapons
I
from that.
thought these were like Primaris things, but let us know, McGreevy, in the comments if you are watching or someone who knows.
Yeah, oh
But I
potentially,
love what
yeah.
he's done with the backpacks as well, because was
Mm.
talking on a previous show that I am not a huge fan of the Vox casters we get with the new plastic models. And this is what I kind of plan to do in the
Is it
future.
just trimming off the service goal element of it?
I think no, this is I believe these are from Primaris Space Marine
Ah,
models.
yes, of course. They are the widgets from the top of
Yeah,
Incursors or
which I
Infiltrators, one of
have
the two.
purchased a load of. You have to kind of chop them up a bit because
Mm.
the bit that goes into the backpack is like a solid lump of plastic. So you
Yeah,
have to
it's
kind
part
of
of the Primaris
cut.
backpack, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So, but yeah, it looks fucking awesome.
Maybe that's where that would make sense then if he's bought a bunch of Infiltrators or Incursors. Maybe the
That's
weapons are
what
from
I
those.
think they're from, but I am not
Yeah.
a 40k player, so I'm not sure. But
I should
I
know.
mean,
I should
these
really
these
know.
look great. These
Yeah,
look
these are really cool. And
absolute.
actually, these really underline a very important point about the legions. Is that I remember I saw someone on the Saturnine journal that you did said, "Oh, White Scars Saturnines isn't very thematic. You know,
Right.
I don't see
Okay.
White Scars having Saturnine. You know, it's not very like
Yeah.
in my
Yeah.
head. You know." And I've made a comment. I'm like, oh, World Eater Seekers, where are your chain axes, bro? But like, all the legions used all of the things. You know,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
just
Yeah.
because Raven Guard are very stealthy doesn't mean they don't use tanks.
Yeah, 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 100%. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's just, I mean, the only thing I'd say with that is some used them more, some used them less, but
Absolutely, yeah, for sure.
they all had some element. I mean, I guess the only thing you could argue, did salamanders and like destroyers squads, things like that, obviously don't
Yeah,
tend to go together very
yeah.
well.
But then
But yeah,
Ultramarines, even like the goody
entire
goody two shoes,
companies.
Ultramarines had destroyers. So,
Yeah,
you
entire
know,
companies. So yeah, I fucking love these. I think he's
yeah.
done a great job. Up
Talking of
next,
Saturnine,
Geoffrey with a Saturnine. I'm guessing, is this a Praetor or a command squad?
hmm,
I don't know if that chess piece is 3D printed. I would guess,
yeah.
unless he's done some
Have you sculpted it? Phenomenal work. Have you
sculpt
printed it?
or.
Also great
But
work.
I mean, these look great, even with the
Yeah,
bits of
really cool.
flesh on the leg, like the heads on the top. Me and Rob obviously did the Saturnine journal show, and for about a week afterwards, I was having really bad thoughts of doing a word bearer's allied force of Saturnine. Like, I
Yes,
just fucking love the idea of it.
yes.
But
With the
I've had
Praetor's
to,
Anointed Conclave as well.
yes.
Yeah,
Oh, they're so cool. But I've
they're
I've
so
I've
cool.
managed to stop myself for now. But yeah, done an awesome job on this. It looks fucking great. And then Brush and Bolter with some Mark II white scars. And again, like, just looks fucking great, doesn't it?
Looking really cool. Really like clean and crisp as well. So,
Yeah,
weathered and battered as is the kind of the heresy way, but also quite a like clean, crisp, classic
it's
paint
it's
job.
it's
It's
a
very kind of heavy
yeah,
metal in
it's
style.
I was gonna say it's very heavy metal, isn't it? Like
Mm.
the edge highlighting,
Mm.
it's almost like a grey with white edge highlighting.
Yeah, yeah.
But
It
yeah,
is, isn't
looks
it?
awesome. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, really,
yeah.
really nice. And it just goes to show that if you edge highlight grey with white, it reads as white.
Yeah. Your eye sees it as white, doesn't it? Yeah. Fucking awesome job.
And some really
Very,
nice like use of
very
a kind of
good.
spot
I
color red on the
think
backpack and then all
that
the symbols.
that is it. Yeah,
Ooh.
awesome.
Oh,
So yeah,
questions.
if you want
Questions from
your
Brian.
pictures, get on the WhatsApp group and put some pictures up. And Kerry will scour it for the ones he likes. But for now, we have questions from the community. So Brian asks, what other character-specific detachments would you like to see? And he gives an example of the esoterist gives you the demon manifestation, the champion gives you the elite troops, and the mortificator gives you the dread talon. And then he gives some
Interesting.
ideas. Could a Moritat bring destroyer detachments? A Forge Lord bring tech marines and vehicles? Or could some named characters have fluffy detachments for them? And I think me and Rob actually mentioned this a little while ago about how kind of the whole kind of rights of wars has changed from what it was in first and second
Hmm.
edition. And I think this is how you bring that back slightly. So, I mean, one thing I would say is a Forge Lord allows you to take Thalax. So
Yes.
that's kind of their thing, I would argue.
Yeah.
But yeah, I 100% believe that this is the way to bring a bit more flavor back in that we've kind of lost with the change into Rights of War. I would love to see like a Moritat destroyer detachment,
Yeah, that'd be cool.
something like that. Yeah, I think that would be fucking brilliant, and I would not be shocked if we see something like that in a journal
Hmm.
in the future. I don't think it's anytime soon, but I'd be surprised if, because destroyer squads aren't really a thing now, are they?
You don't see them very often. Are they in Legends?
I think they're in Legends, yeah. So, but it's such a niche kind of heresy thing that I'd be surprised if they just got rid of it entirely.
Hmm.
But I have been wrong on these things, but I
I've
would
just
love to see something like that.
I've just fired up new recruit to like have a look at all the options. Um,
Yeah,
like first of all, I'd just like to say conceptually, this is a phenomenal, phenomenal idea. Like
yeah. I just think it's an easy way to bring a bit of flavor in, isn't it? Like
exactly,
we've
and I think a
kind of seen
flavor
it
that's slightly
already.
lacking at the moment. I was saying
Yeah,
this
I'd
in
agree.
my Alpha Legion SNGT list discussion, whereas I was like, this doesn't really feel like an Alpha Legion list. It just feels like
Right.
a Legion's list painted turquoise.
Yeah, that's the risk, isn't it? Yeah. So I mean, we obviously have like the Legion specific detachments, but even then, sometimes it doesn't quite feel like
Yeah.
what the Legion should be bringing. But yeah, I'd love to see kind of named characters with their own kind of detachment.
I want named characters. I feel maybe I don't know. I feel like you've got to have like a reason to take an unnamed character. Named characters, the reason is the narrative,
Yeah,
and like
yeah.
unnamed characters. The reason is perhaps the rules and detachments, so it's like a balance. But yeah, you can do both.
I miss the old rules of like, was it Golg for the Iron Warriors who
Mm,
allowed you to take Terminators? I think they were taken, could be taken as troop choices. Like I miss things like that, where like a specific, because a specific character runs his force a certain way, but then you might struggle to fit that in the current way of building lists,
mm,
if you know what I mean. But yeah, I would love to see. I guess the risk is you have so many detachments that you can just end up doing whatever you want, and then
yeah, like
detachments
is it
stop
really restrictive?
being a
So
thing.
do you know what I'd like to see? I'd like to see a detachment where you get a bonus if you fill the detachment.
Oh, interesting.
So, let's say I've just like flicked up new recruits. Like, what can you get? Like, your mortificator. Bad example because you want to fill your dreadnought detachment anyway. But like, you say like your warmonger, you know, your warmonger unlocks you maybe two heavy assaults and one fast attack or whatever. So these are
Right.
these
Yeah.
are
Yeah.
theoretically these are things you're assault with and they deep strike with. And if you fill all three slots, you can bring one of them on with a +1 to reserve or
Yeah.
something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. 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 No, I like
So
it. I like
it
it. Yeah.
encourages you to fill your force org effectively, and you get a bonus that is thematic off it.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that. The I think it was when me and Rob were talking about the Saturnine.
Hmm.
I think I could be wrong. And my one thing I would love to see is actually just changing units slightly. So if there was like a Terminator character that you could take, and then within the detachment you can take Terminator units, and then they gain line rather than Vanguard.
Oh
I
yeah,
would love to see something like that, just because
yeah.
it then changes the whole reason you're taking that unit.
Hmm.
So that for me would feel more like a lean back into the old rights of war, where you had your first company right of war, whatever it was called,
Pride of the Legion.
Pride of Legion. Like I would love to see something like that, yeah, where you can take like I don't know, like a Terminator character, which opens a detachment, and
Yeah,
then all the Terminators in that detachment gain
yeah. So like
lose
rules.
Vanguard and gain line.
That's exactly what I'm talking
Whatever.
about. Rules manipulation via the
Yeah.
detachment rather than purely slot expansion.
Yeah, yeah, I would love to see that. So yeah, I think the ability is there. It's
Hmm.
just up to GW whether they will do it or not,
Do you know
really.
what? Do you know what? They don't even need to add detachments. If they're worried about detachment bloat, and they could say, using these new, we've unlocked the new Legion of Astartes Tactica or something, and if you're playing with these rules, which we encourage people to do, they're maybe in a campaign book, but they're useful for anything. And you say, when you bring a Legion champion, you can either unlock the Legion champion detachment, or your Legion champion can buff a um, you know Legion Vanguard detachment. He can either apply a rule or
Yeah.
unlock a detachment.
Yeah, I think it's easily done. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they do. I kind of don't want them to just constantly keep releasing detachments that then gives you the ability to just take whatever you want because there's 10,000 detachments, if you know what I mean.
Hmm.
I would much rather see something I mean, even with the Saturnine one, you could take, I think it was, oh God, I can't remember what you can take in it now, but you can take like a retinue. I think it
Yes,
was like a heavy
retinue, two heavy
assault and
assaults,
a
and a
dreadnought.
dreadnought, and you have to select a keyword for it. It
And
has to be
even just
Saturnine,
that, I quite
Cataphractii,
like
or
that.
Tartarus.
Even
Yeah.
that just adds to the theme of that force. So
Hmm.
yeah, I think there's a lot they could do. Whether they will or not will be, we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, I definitely think that's the way that you can get some kind of
Real
narrative back
flavor.
into
Yeah.
the forces. Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see. Like, great question. Yeah, hopefully we do. I would love to see like a destroyer detachment. I really like. Fuck.
You're fixed on that, aren't you?
Oh, I love. I really want to see like new destroyer
Yeah.
models. Like, I just think they're such a cool concept. Like, they're so heresy, though, aren't they? It's just like
Mm-hmm.
we just use like these horrific weapons to murder everyone. Like, I just love it. Like, what's not to love? So yeah, hopefully we'll see something like that in the future in a journal. But yeah, thanks for your question, Brian. And now we're into lists.
Now on to
Lists
lists.
from the
Oh,
community.
an
So
Alpha Legion one.
Edward.
Shall I cover off this one as the
Yeah, yeah, go for
resident
it.
Alpha Legion? I don't want to say resident Alpha Legion expert actually, because Rob might have my thoughts for garters, but as one of the resident Alpha Legion players. So Edward's 3K Alpha Legion list starts with a Delegatus, and which obviously allows you to have I want to say like a third reaction.
Yes.
He has like the but then also then sacrifices the Slay the Warlord, so it goes into the command slot rather than high command. Fine. Marshal Signals with Reward of Treachery, which is used to unlock 10 of the Dark Furies. Excellent choice. Excellent. Edward, I like you already. Yeah, Raven Guard Dark Furies are phenomenal. A great Reward of Treachery unit. And a Saboteur, really interesting choice. I would love to, yeah, Edward, put in the comments what's the plan for the Saboteur, and like what's your experience with him? Because Rob and I, when we discussed him in the Alpha Legion kind of deep dive, we kind of weren't convinced. So if you've got a cool idea for it, then crack on. Let us know. Two units of 10 despoilers with power lances. Again, thoughts on power lances. I know everyone's go-to is mauls, but Lee, what do you think of a power lance?
I like them. I had this conversation with Rob when we did the Iron Warriors show, and I was putting power lancers in veteran assault squads. I like them. Just, it gives you a chance to get some punches in before everyone else, basically. So yeah, I am a power lance fan.
I have equipped all of my world eaters with power lances.
Oh,
So
really?
with the
So you're
extra plus one attacking by
definitely a power
charge, you're
lance
getting
fan.
more chances. No, no, no. I'm the jury's still out. That's the problem. I have equipped them all with power lances. I've played a few practice games, and I'm yet to be convinced it was the
Oh,
right
really?
choice.
Oh,
Yeah, we'll
I
see.
think
We'll
they're
see.
good. Like, +1
I
initiative,
think the
AP
boost,
free.
yeah, the boost strength that you get from them all is just, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, onto you got 2 units, 10 attacks. All these line units have got nuncios, which is obviously a phenomenal
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah.
And some attacks have been upgraded with combat veterans. So I assume like, one of the characters goes in. Perhaps the delegatus in with the tax without combat veterans, so that there's a decent amount of leadership and cool buffing going on. Exodus with combat vets. That's interesting. That's cool. Okay. So having complained that I had written a list that doesn't feel very Alpha Legion, this list immediately feels very Alpha Legion, which I love. It's really kind of, yeah, I love it already. And then 2 Headhunter Leviathals. Like, I will unironically say, I think that's one of the best attachments in the game. It's so flexible. You've got 2 times 10 Headhunters with 2 multi-militars and 2 times 5 Seekers. Nice. And then 5 Recon Marines with Nemesis bolt rifles across both attachments. Fine. And they've got combat vets again, so get that cool up. And then 3 sabers, all with neutron blasters. Love it. And then a Kratos with melter. Honestly, yeah, Edward, I love this. This is the kind of list that I would run. Actually, this is. I'm. The jury's out on the saboteur. I want to know what he's doing, and I am interested in your thoughts on why 10 headhunters with 2 multi-militars rather than just more seekers. But maybe that's me approaching it from like a, very math hammery. Oh, seekers are more efficient, whereas actually 20 headhunters across an army is more cool for sure. Oh,
Cool.
sabers. Oh, 3 outflanking sabers
Oh
getting
man,
neutron blasters
Sabers.
yeah, so good.
Sabers is a unit that I just want to come out in plastic now. Like, as soon as they come out
Yeah.
in plastic, I'll be all over them. I just can't be bothered with the resin models. But yeah, this feels very kind of like sabers outflanking. you know.
Yeah. The only feedback I would have on this is I would wonder whether it's possible to find the points to swap the heavy flamers on the sabers for multi-melters. Because I
Yes,
think a
agreed,
neutron blaster is
100%.
only damage
Yes,
3,
yes, yes,
and
yes,
I think you want to be able to fire those extra 2 multi-melter shots to try and get within
100%.
melter
Yeah.
range and
In
do some like
fact,
horrendous damage.
yeah, yeah, totally agree. Yeah. In fact, yeah, yeah, I agree entirely. Because the neutron blaster's a 24-inch range, isn't it? I want to say off the top of my head.
Oh, I want to say
I
36. Is it not?
Oh, I'm pretty
Or is it a lot more?
sure I could be. Here we go. There's some good um neutron blaster. Yeah, 24-inch range. So
24. Is
you're
it only
at the same
24?
range. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Okay.
I would. Yeah, I agree entirely.
Interesting.
I love multi-melters on tanks, especially if you're using them to go after other vehicles, because it's just that extra little fuck you if you don't manage to blow up or do something nasty to your target. I stick it on my Typhon and it is always comes in handy. If you don't quite manage to destroy what you're shooting, just having a multi-melter on top. They're quite expensive.
So
You'll
yeah, but a
you'll
saber
miss with
comes
it
in at
9 times out of
80.
10.
Neutron blaster comes to 90, and then a multi-melter 115 points.
It's fine, isn't it? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think you drop the Pintle Havoc. Like
Yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
weird. So for me, Edward, your sabers feel like they're
Two
trying to do
things.
two different things. Are
Yeah,
they neutron blasting tanks, or are they heavy flamering and pintling infantry for statuses? Like
yeah,
what's the game plan? I think use them, lean into the anti-tank thing, and just mug off the Havoc pintles and put multi-melters on the front.
yeah. Agreed.
I mean, if you want to
Agreed.
go full fun, you could put a pintle mounted multi-melter as well as a front multi-melter. You're then running at 140 points, but that's kicking you out
Oh, can you
one new.
do that, can
Yeah,
you?
so the multi-melter
Interesting.
is hull mounted. The heavy flame that you've got there is hull mounted,
Right, okay.
which is it comes with either a heavy bolter, a heavy flamer for free, a Volkite culverin for 15 points, or a multi-melter for 25.
Yeah.
I'd actually missed that. I hadn't realized it's a whole weapon. So yeah. So either swap out the Pintle Havoc for a Pintle multi-melter, or just go double multi-melter, and then you're just coming on like from the side and just like bam, 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 wrecking like an enemy Kratos or something.
Yeah, agreed. Agreed. Cool.
What have we got
Right.
next? What's
We
next?
have a 3,000 point Raven Guard list. So what do we have? We have a Praetor with a jump pack and a pair of Raven Talons. Legion Champion with jump pack. Master of Descent with Raven's Talons. Can see how this is going. 3 squads of TAC Marines, all with Nuncio Vox. 15 assault marines, 2 power lancers. I mean, power lancers seem to be popular. And the
Yeah.
sergeant with paired lightning claws, and then 2 rhinos. Then we have planetfall spear tip, which is given by the Master of Descent. And he has got a
7, all
7.
with dual claws. I love it.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
Cal. Yes.
it's fucking
Oh,
filthy.
so good.
And there, so 7 assault marines with dual lightning claws, 7 veteran assault marines, all with power mauls. Sergeant has a thunder hammer, and then 7 Praetorian command, jump pack Praetorian command squad, 3 thunder hammers, 2 with paired claws, 1 with maul and Legion
Oh, I love it.
standard.
This is cool.
And then the veteran cadre, which is given by the Legion champion, has 8 Dark Fury and 5 Outrider Praetorian command squad with dual plasma guns and power.
And bear malls. Oh my god, this guy.
Yes. And
Cal, you
then
absolute
an
hero.
armored support.
This is okay. This is weird
Okay,
for me
interesting, yeah.
because like one with a heavy conversion beamer, one with the flamestorm cannon, one with the melter cannon, and one with less cannons.
Yeah. So, yeah, 4 predators, heavy conversion beamer, yeah, and last cannons. So you're sitting back just shooting fuckers. 1 with flamestorm cannon and heavy flamers. I absolutely love this. Just charge it forward and flame tack squads off objectives. The Magna Melter cannon. I'm guessing you're just going after
Heavy
tanks
bolters,
with
I
that.
guess, on the sides. But
Yeah, and then the all last cannons, I guess, is again sitting back. Like it's an eclectic mixture of predators, but I don't dislike it. I'm trying to work out what you would put with who. So I'm guessing every single character is going in with a jump pack, the Dark Fury, and maybe one of the veteran squads.
Hmm.
Um,
What I would like to see on the Crusade detachment is one of those tactical marines being given the interdiction Carder prime advantage, because I can't
yes.
see a prime
Yeah.
advantage
No.
upgrade on there.
In fact, you haven't used any of them. You could stick one on the command and one on the troop slots.
Yeah, you just make your Praetor or your champion the Paragon of Battle or something for the extra attack.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, because you've got 2 10s of tactical marines in rhinos. No, no, I'll take that back actually, because you've got 2 10s in rhinos to go and zoom on the flanks, and you've got 1 10 just chilling out at home. So maybe just use veterans to add one to the leadership or something of one
Yeah.
of
Yeah,
the
you could
home
do
objective
something
one or
there.
something.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's flexibility.
I like this list a lot. Like
Yeah, it's cool.
It's a very kind of third edition list, I would argue, with the veteran assault marines,
Hmm.
all the TAC marines. What I would say with people when you send us your list, and apologies if you have done this, but it's just kind of write how you plan to run it. So who you plan
Yeah.
to put in where, because otherwise we're just kind of second guessing who's going in with what.
Yeah,
But
and a bit
yeah,
of like a
this,
list concept as well. Like,
yeah,
is this,
yeah.
when you say, oh, I've got an armored support detachment, is this, hey, I started with, I own 4 predators, all with different guns. I really wanted to build a list that allowed me to use them, but so that's the flexibility.
Yeah,
Or that's
yeah,
the
yeah,
inflexibility.
yeah,
Or I read this book and I really want jump Raven Guard, so blah blah blah. So
yeah.
yeah, just like a little bit of an idea.
But I do like this. I think
Yeah, it's really cool.
I think less cannon predators have still got some play. You just have to get them to a point where they can sit still, so you're doubling up the damage.
Yeah, so for me, the armor support bit is where I would want to like play around with it. But then that's because I like consistency.
Yeah.
My tiny little brain, it allows me to, have less rules to worry about. But also B, if your heavy conversion beamer with las cannons misses, like what do you then follow up with? A flamestorm cannon? Well, it's got, where's your redundancy? If someone
Yeah,
shoots your heavy
yeah,
conversion beamer predator, then where's your redundancy? Now, what I'm not saying is run 3 to 4 heavy conversion beam predators, because only absolute
only
scoundrels would do.
only Rob Medwell would do that.
I took it last night. And I'm just
There he
not even
is.
sorry. I'm not
There he
even
is.
sorry.
There he is.
But yeah, maybe like 2 pairs of predators would feel easier to manage for a bit of redundancy, and then you could put like one of each on each flank, whatever. But
Yeah, I agree to a point. I don't hate this. Like I love the fact that the Flamestorm cannon is just going to be burning dickheads.
yeah.
I think with this list, if like your predators all died, you have, well, if your heavy conversion last cannon die, you have no long range kind of anti-tank at all. But I
Hmm.
think at that point you just ignore your opponent's tanks. Like that's
Yeah.
just you just ignore them. And yeah, uh, I actually really like this. I think this is a very Raven Guard kind of list. But this very much goes back to kind of third edition where you have to have
Hmm.
all the tactical marines scoring. Like I would love to see this list without any of those tactical marines and just go full kind of assault heavy. But then the trouble with that
Hmm.
is you're only scoring Vanguard. That's
Yeah.
the struggle, isn't it, with the kind of line Vanguard rules and missions, official missions that we have. But I like this. I like it a lot. Like I
Yeah.
think yeah,
I
I
think you'll
like it a lot.
struggle against armored lists, but
Yeah,
um,
just ignore them.
just chops.
Yeah,
Who cares if you're getting
if you're
your opponent's
murdering,
tanks can't murder your dudes if your dudes are in combat with their
if
dudes.
your
That's
dudes are
you know
murdering their dudes,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Just don't overkill. Just make
Yeah,
sure that combat lasts
yeah,
two rounds, right?
yeah, I
Yeah,
like it. Yeah, I like
very
it a lot.
cool, very cool. And
Um,
yeah, Cal, my question to you is: this a list that you are working on? Is this a list that you Is this like turning your second edition list into third? What's the sketch here? What's the kind of list concept? So let us know in the comments. And it'd be great to hear from you.
Cool. That's it. That was that's a quick one. Sorry, I thought we had
A quick one. Get out of here. We spent an hour faffing around on Zoom.
It's a quick one on the show. Like we spent half the time just fucking around with computers. So for next month's community show, if you have any questions, then email us heresyhammer30k@gmail.com. If you have any army lists, then please forward them. Like I've said, please just write a little paragraph just explaining kind of how you see the list working, and if you have any kind of lore or fluff for that list, just so we're not trying to second guess who's going with what. Keep using the hashtag HeresyHammer on Instagram, and keep posting pictures in the WhatsApp community. And remember to check out heresyhammer.com for events and booking gaming tables at the Heresy Hammer HQ. We haven't mentioned it once, I don't think, but we obviously have a Patreon because, that's just what YouTubers do nowadays. But we have 3 different tiers, and our highest tier is our Praetor tier. So this is all our current Praetor members. So a super duper extra special hug and kiss out to all these dudes and dudettes. A massive thank you for supporting us. Next month is the last month of our current giveaway, which is the hoodie giveaway. So if you haven't, I think I've got about 4 more people to message for next month. So if you haven't had a message, or if you haven't received your jumper, then I've probably messaged you and you just haven't seen the message. So have a look at your messages on Patreon and get back to me, because I can't post it if I haven't confirmed your address. But we are in plans for our next giveaway. I'm hoping we'll be able to show something at the end of this month, although the end of this month is rapidly approaching. So yeah, it's all in motion. We are just waiting for pictures back from Wilf. So I will hopefully be able to give you an update, or Rob will be able to give you an update soon. So keep an eye on the Patreon page. If you would like to support us, then head over to Patreon, Heresy Hammer. I think we're doing a 7-day free trial, so you can have a look, and if you don't like it, then you can just watch all the stuff and then ignore us. If you want to support us, we have 3 different tiers, like I've said, so go check that out. If you got this far, then subscribe, like all the usual YouTube bollocks. This show will go up on Spotify. Rob usually does it at the end of the day. And if you want to join our WhatsApp group, then go to our Instagram page. There is I don't know what they call it. What do they call it?
Link tree.
A link tree. You'll find a link tree that will have a link to our WhatsApp group. And there is about fucking 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 people on there. Like, it's constantly going off. So if you want to get involved in that community, then get involved. Go and join. But until next time, it's bye-bye from me. And a hand wave from Dan.
And bye-bye from me. I thought you were going to end the show there. Yeah, and bye-bye from me.
Right. See you later, guys.